You know what's funny? To a lot of the pathetic viewers out there that want the pathetic ass content, at the end of the day, you need us as the streamers to get away from your shitty lives. But us as the streamers don't need your pathetic ass, viewing. So for all the real viewers out there, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. To all the fucking fake ass viewers out there that live pathetic lives, enjoy your pathetic life without your...
That clip you saw just a few seconds ago happened only a few days ago. Ice Poseidon has hit a new low. I never thought that I would ever see Ice act like that on stream. I always imagined he was kind of like this in person or in secret off stream, and now we've just seen it. He doesn't care anymore. He's not hiding it anymore. He's a total scumbag on and off stream. Ice has relinquished all idea of what he used to be. He's no longer Ice Poseidon, the streamer that we all loved, the streamer that got 40,000 viewers on an event stream. He's now piss boy Paul Danino that gets 3K max. Some say he bots, whatever, that tells off his own audience that donates to him for some reason just because they pissed him off. Now, Ice has never had a problem with being called a drug addict or a scumbag or anything like that because it's all for the memes, right? But all of a sudden now, Ice has a problem with being called a scumbag, weasel, or a drug addict. He says it's bad for his image. Like all the stuff that he's done already hasn't already done it to him. When I saw this clip on the IP2 Reddit, I was actually very shocked that Ice would show himself as such a scumbag publicly. I never thought he would actually go as far to say something like that directly to the camera to his loyal viewers. Now, I wasn't watching the stream when it happened because I don't watch the streams anymore. They're literally like the least amount of content. I'd rather watch Only Use Me Blade get drunk off his ass and get arrested than watch a minute of Ice Poseidon content now. Ice is at the point where he streams for money only. It's been that way for a while, and he's not even hiding it anymore. He has no passion for streaming. Who knows if he ever did. We all loved Ice Poseidon when he was a desktop streamer in like 2015, 2016. He could do no wrong, even scamming like businesses like Chatterheads and all those things, bad one-star reviews for all his toxic fans, stuff that he encouraged. Now, he would condemn that now, saying that it's bad, yet only because he wants to get rid of those people in his community, the people that made him. Ice Poseidon is a manipulator. He goes on stream and will lie the entire time. He doesn't stream for that long anymore. He'll stream for 1 or 2 hours. He will straight up lie for those 2 hours. He goes on stream maybe once a month and literally will start crying, asking for money. He says, I need to pay my taxes. I need to pay my lawyer bill because I snuck into VidCon 2018 inside of a piñata. The cops busted me. I got arrested and all this stuff. And instead of taking any deals, he decided to appeal. That's what he gets. He comes on and begs for money and says he doesn't have enough money to pay for anything. And then we'll see him a month later in Japan. He had enough money to travel the world. Yet, just a month ago, he was begging for money because he didn't have enough. I need to pay all my bills, do my community service for sneaking in a VidCon.
I can't really afford to do that because I have to pay the lawyer and my taxes.
And he just shrugs it off as if it never happened. Yeah, now I'm in Japan. I'm not even trying to hide the fact that I'm a lying manipulator. I don't care. I just want to live off your money. Keep donating to me. Keep trying to get, what does it say? Donate for recognition is his motto. Yeah, come get your recognition by giving me your money. Give me $3, maybe $5. If you're my real fans, you'll give me at least $100. Things along the lines of that. He considers real fans to be donators. If I were to go back in time to when I was watching Ice Poseidon in 2016 and tell myself that Ice was going to become the biggest scumbag in the streaming community other than Shoe Nice or Wings of Redemption, I wouldn't have believed me. I was like, there's no way he could be worse than them. He's just as bad as them. Streaming for money, he doesn't care about anyone. The people that helped him build up his name, like all the Andes, all of them, he just tossed them to the side. Callously, he doesn't care. He literally condemns his own friends that were on the CEX network, his network of streamers, saying that they just used him as if he never got any value from them. Literally doing streams where he tortures them, locks them in a room for they were in a room for 3 days, torturing them, tying them up, putting them in cages, forcing them to drink like 80 ounces of beer in one sitting. All of these things. And he doesn't care. Having like 10 people locked in a room together. In the time he locked like 8 people into a closet where there were fist fights breaking out because people were not getting along. But, you know, it's fine for the content. As long as Ice is getting his donations, who cares, right? Ice just has no humility, no responsibility, nothing that he needs to be a likable person. He doesn't care anymore. He doesn't want to hide the fact that he's a scumbag. He blames all of his issues, all of his problems in his life on the alternative subreddit, aka Ice Poseidon 2, where I happen to be I guess, follower of because I like the memes. I never really cared for the drama. But seeing Ice act like this, it's just poor judgment. Everything that he's worked for in his life is going away just because of his poor judgment. He hired Scuff Steve Jobs, the known scumbag, destroyer of streamer houses, destroyer of esports organizations, a guy that is known to be bad. He's bad news. Ice hires him and won't get rid of him at all. The community is begging for over a year. Ice, please get rid of this guy. He's destroying the channel. Ice doesn't care. It's as if Ice was like owned by SSJ. People were saying that maybe he was blackmailing Ice. Ice just wouldn't do anything. He didn't care enough about the content. It was always about the money. It's just amazing that someone like him, who takes everything for granted, takes advantage of everyone around him, can act like he is the center of everything. To act like everyone needs him in their lives, like their lives are shitty and he is some sort of beacon of light, like a god. He honestly believes he's like a god to some of these people. He thinks that him streaming is the highlight of his viewers' lives. This is what he does. Sits around doing nothing all day. He bought a streamer house to not stream. He barely streamed in it at all. A huge mansion filled with streamers, and he just decides, I'm not going to stream. I'm going to do drugs. I'm just going to do LSD, PCP, not PCP. I don't think they had that. People are saying he's been doing cocaine. He's taken a lie detector test asking if he did meth, and when he said no, it came up as lying. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but if it is, it's pretty condemning. Ice, you're a drug addict. You're addicted to tobacco because you started juuling. All this stuff, all these self-destructive habits you've picked up in the last year. And where has it gotten you? Just steps closer to your own demise. You know, deep down inside, I always wished that Ice would return to who he was years ago, like 2017 Ice. Peak content Ice. But I don't think it's ever coming back. Moving to Austin was probably the final nail in the coffin for his career. I don't think he's ever coming back from this. Leaving behind EBZ, Blade, Mexican Andy, all the Andys. That is when he died. Ice's career is only going to go down from here. And it's just because he doesn't care enough to fix any of his problems. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. Would mean a lot to me if you left a like and a comment, and maybe subscribed. I got another good clip for you at the end, relevant to this video. And I'll see you later.
Not $1 million.
Imagine making like 1.5 million and not having anything to show for it.
Oh, I have plenty to show
How
for
do I
it.
get Gary David's
What do you mean?
on his shirt?
What do you have to show for
He
it?
is my favorite.
Okay.
Financially.
Okay, I have a legacy to show for it. Okay, financially, Gary, financially, I could live.
Imagine getting paid in legacy.
Okay, Gary, financially, I could live in Austin for the next 2 years if I didn't stream ever again.
Oh, so you do have money saved.
I mean, I have some money. You know how cheap Austin is? Like, Austin's mad cheap, dude. I could literally not stream for the next 2 years and still pay my rent. So, I mean, I don't know if you could say the same.
I mean, not stream? Nah. But is that true?
What do you mean? What is what true? I pay... Well, I'm not going to say my rent.
So just
in
get the
Austin.
studio as soon as you get back. You have the cash then. What are you
Yeah,
waiting for?
but I need...
What are you waiting for if you have it? Just get the studio.
I could get the studio, but
Yeah.
there's more than that.
What is there?
Because I have to think about taxes and other things.
Yeah, but if you
And when I get a studio, I have to like redo the whole place. I have to get the equipment for it. Like, shit costs money. And sure, I could spend the money and get it, but I'd rather spend the money that I make.
If you can afford to live for 2 years in Texas with no bills, you could easily get a studio the day you move back. You could immediately buy a
Yes,
studio.
Gary, yes, I can buy a studio, but